Northwestern ready to kick it off to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ducks offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Ncaa has for more than 350 yards and 3 touchdowns in his last game.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now, and the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing.
Makes the catch and he's free. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Ducks come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run inside. It's Davison. Could be an alley. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Got a man. It's Moore. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. On the run, it's Davison. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Moore. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Ducks. A great catch and run for 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats offense will now get its first chance with the football. One of the games within the game that we've been looking forward to all week. How will he handle this star cornerback on the other side of the ball? This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play action fake. Fakes to grab. Still running at the 40. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, it's Childs. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Northwestern will send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Ducks in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Here's Moore to throw. Complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Got it, looking for a first. Turning it on. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Moore. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Throwing Moore. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. The Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Trailing 7-0 as they try to get this offense humming. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun. Give on the inside. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Snags it over the middle. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Clock ticks down, under 4 minutes to go in the half. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Off play action on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Dante Moore. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Got it. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
And the Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Moore to the air. Oh, they're after him. They're working that left side. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Moore. Throws to the back. The short hands, it's Hill. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll send the back in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Spits it out to the back. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go right back to the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to throw, it's Childs. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. No fair catches here, looking for room. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Moore to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Unleashes one. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Nice move to keep running. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got it in the middle. It's Wagner. They get him on the ground, but they'll move the chains. First down, Northwestern. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Boston College taking on the number 17 team, the Duke Blue Devils.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions.
Oh, he's got some space.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, running back gets to give. Makes it past the marker. At the 40, there he goes. Got a little grass. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern!
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
It gives the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run it.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Trying to get behind the defense. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not a...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The offense changing the play. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. More to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Child. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But
breaks into the open. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. Quick release on the RPO. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. What a disappointment. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Throwing more. Got a man. It's Hill. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Ducks will hustle to the line.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. He might want another play. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. He's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead, he gives up the big safety.
Under fire. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Line gets set. First down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. Looking downfield, it's Childs. They'll run the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Wildcats have this offense rolling. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. That's caught. It's Bush. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. looking for a crease to the left. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. Now they'll try the right side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! And they draw to within 3 here in the 4th quarter.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. On target. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Ducks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Moore to the air again. Makes the grab. There he goes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Dante Moore. Going for the big play. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Oregon.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on side? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
To the air, it's Childs. It's complete to the left. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires on the run. He's got it inside the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Now from inside the red zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Into the end zone for 6. The Wildcats are right back on top.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is where the pressure can start to build a little bit, trying to hold on to a 2-point lead, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. After giving up a score in that last possession, you just feel the sense of urgency now. It's really, really high, David. This offense, they've got to answer.
Yeah, but you got to remember, it's okay because I still got the lead. Now I just go out and execute, give it to my leaders, let them do their thing.
Moore. A strike downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Moore with the play fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
Well, look, I love the fact that he scrambled. He can't take a sack. He can't take a negative play at this point in the game. I just wish he would have stayed in bounds, though. You got to know as a quarterback here, we've got the lead. It's late. I get tackled in bounds. The clock keeps...
He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Ducks. The Ducks with the answer. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Finds his tight end. Powers through the defender. Snowed under by the defense. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Working that left side now. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. Using the quick game. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Ducks getting set on first and 10. Here's Moore to throw. Caught. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. On the move from inside his 5. A stop and return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book.